Welkom bij de Data Discovery Channel. We zijn nog steeds op Data Saturday Holland in Kinepolis, Utrecht. And switching to English because we have a guest speaker. You were the first speaker this morning at 8:30. It was early start. Brian Bonk. Brian, can you introduce yourself briefly?
Sure, I can. Hello, nice to meet you all, and I'm happy to be here. My name is Brian. I'm from Denmark. I'm a data platform MVP on the from Microsoft, and I work at a company in Denmark called Azure, where I just started September 1st, so it's still quite new.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I've worked with data for the last 23 years or so.
So a lot of experience in data.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like us.
Yeah. I started on SQL Server 7. Is it 7 or 7.5? I can't remember, but
6.5 was the first version of Microsoft, or 6.0, and then 6.5. But that's before. Bit too early for you.
Sorry, guys.
You just said that you were hopping from FabCon last week, where I saw you, to Data Saturday today. SQL conference.
Yes.
Can you tell a bit about it?
Yeah, sure. Last week I was in the FabCon in Stockholm here in Europe. Yeah. It was amazing. I had a short session, and I just had a few days home, and then I flew off to Hanau to attend the SQL conference.
Yeah.
And from that I just flew here two days ago to have an extended session yesterday of 3 hours on real-time intelligence, a full implementation on how to do that. And today I had a session on real-time dashboards.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I will take the train to Mechelen to attend the Data Minds Connect to have a pre-con there on Monday.
In Belgium, yeah?
Yeah, in Belgium. And
what's the pre-con about?
The pre-con? Take one guess. No, it's real-time intelligence. I am a lot into real-time intelligence from both the out of Fabric world, the product outside of streaming analytics and Azure Data Explorer, Log Analytics, Sentinel, all that supporting the software on top of the Custo engine, and of course also inside Fabric called real-time intelligence.
Yeah. Real-time intelligence is, I think, not the most well-known part of Fabric, right?
No. Indeed, it is still evolving. It is still emerging in the market. People and organizations are beginning to look interested at the product because it can do stuff that you can't do in a let me call it
like
a standardized warehouse analytical setup.
What would be a good case?
It can handle your event streams, your event data extremely fast. Imagine in a very, very translated situation, your freezer goes out. You would like to know that before the meat goes out of the freezer, right? So imagine in a ordinary warehouse, perhaps you wait half an hour or something for that data to emerge. In real time, you get that message within a few milliseconds. It's the same with windmills, cars, automotives, retail, manufacturing, all that stuff. They see a need to get real-time insights to the data when they need it. It is not all data that fits in this scenario, but the data where you have sensors, streaming data, temperature, humidity, power, something, and you need insights now, that's the way to do it.
And what are the technical challenges you come across most of the time when you go real-time? Because there's a big difference.
There's a big difference. The challenge is that there are two challenges. The first one is that most of the organizations I talk to don't realize they have these options. They always wait, it's okay, I've just been used to a 2 hours refresh rate or something. That is an eye-opener, and when they see it, they see the possibility use cases. But the challenge is also on the other side to how do I limit my data set? Because real-time intelligence or Azure Data Explorer or any real-time setup wherever you are, it costs more money than a general warehouse, right? So it is not a platform to build your warehouse upon. It's a platform to build your critical information data sets. Perhaps that's a tumbling window or a sliding window, whatever window setup you have. And to define that window, of criticality, that is one of the toughest questions to answer in organizations.
Yeah, so really minimize to the use case specific data and flow of data.
Exactly. And also to know that you don't say no to all data just because you say yes to 2 weeks of data. Mm-hmm. Because after 2 weeks you offload it to somewhere else and use it in a general warehouse setup. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how do you see it combined? Because as you say, it's in real time for 2 weeks and then it goes into batch. Do you use the same data flow? And no?
No. The real-time ingestion setup is quite different because we need that streaming all the time. Mm-hmm. Normally in a warehouse setup, perhaps we have a pipeline or a notebook or something to process that data. In real-time intelligence, we need a live processing engine to handle those messages coming in, and to also make perhaps some simple transitions on that data, clean it, join it with reference tables, calculate on it, aggregate it, so forth, and send it onwards. Yeah. Microsoft has services called event streams to do that, and if you are in the Databricks world or wherever you are, they also have supporting options to do streaming,
structured streaming.
Exactly. So.
The session that you have today has a very challenging title. I'm not sure what it was again. It's a bit small to read, but it had something like real-time dashboards. Is it better than Power BI or something like that? Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell me more.
I always do titles to lure people in, right? But
it works, you see.
Yeah. But the session is all about a new visualization tool, but not a tool again. But officially, it's not a new tool, but I like to call it a new visualization option in Fabric, where you can begin to visualize your real-time streaming data actually in real time. In Power BI, if you have worked with that, you know that the minimum retention period there is 30 seconds, then you need to refresh. Yeah. In real-time dashboard, we can just do a continuous refresh and get the data directly off the event house database. Yeah. The visualizations tool there is somewhat limited, but also more than Power BI. So there is if you see it, if you compare it on a Venn diagram, there are of course similarities and comparison, and there are also differences. So in my session this morning, I tried to tell the audience, you now have different options to do visualizations, and here is a guide to get you on the knowledge level to make a decision which one do I choose. Yeah. Not that the one is better than the other, just you have different opportunities, and Microsoft is evolving to know and support and help organizations to get insights to their real-time data when they need it.
Pick the right tool for the right job, and that's
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and that's the key takeaway?
I think that's a key takeaway, yes, and I really made a lot out of saying I don't want you to pick either one, but I want you to pick the best one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. And if people then get at their work on Monday, what do you want them to do?
I want them to experiment and be curious, because real-time dashboards it's not new, but it's still fairly new to clients. Yeah. As a consultant, I typically see that I am perhaps a year and a half in front of people on their usage schemas, and I would really encourage people just to try it out. Play with real-time intelligence. You can do it for free in a trial tenant on Fabric, and then play with it, and you don't have to pay for it. So
I'm very interested in real-time analytics. I was already playing with Stream Analytics when that came out. It's very cool technology. So okay, any questions?
No, especially thank you for the great advice, and it's a very good one. Be curious.
Be curious,
for
and
all new developments, be curious and try to investigate, try it yourself and learn from
be curious and ask questions and get help. There's a huge community around data platforms. No matter if you're on Databricks, Microsoft, Azure, wherever you are, there's a huge community to find help in, and quite often they are for free. That help there, indeed.
Good that you emphasize the community. We're at a community event, so thank you very much.
Exactly. Sure.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Have a safe trip to all the other events that you're going to the next weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
En dank voor het kijken. Tot de volgende.